Here's how to make a difference in the status quo, one voiceover at a time.
Speechless. Speechless.
Hi, I'm Kim Wilson.
And I'm Natasha Marchewka.
And this is Speechless. Welcome to our behind-the-scenes take on real life in VO, where we share our stories, our resources, and our unsolicited opinions. I am so excited for today's show. Today we have the opportunity to really change a lot on what's going on in voiceover right now today. And it all starts with our guest, Christy Harst.
Christy Harst has started this incredible campaign, working on creating opportunities for women in male-dominated brands
Genres,
for
yeah.
voiceover, like sports, for example. She has started in March 2024, so this year, for anyone who's watching it this year. And it's found tremendous traction and positive feedback. So check out our episode. You're going to want to hear about this.
Christy!
Hi.
Look at us in our...
We're all matchy.
I
All
know.
matchy,
Hi.
matchy.
Hi.
How are you?
We are
to
great.
see you.
It's good to see you too. My kids are like, "Why are you so dressed up?" I was like, "No, shut up, shut up."
My kids are like,
this
"Why are
every
you
day."
wearing pants?
Yeah, it's like, just stop. Woohoo!
The first thing we do on every show is we toast. So what did you bring as a beverage today, Christy?
So I don't know where you guys are geographically located. I'm located in Cleveland, Ohio, so it's EST, and it's right after school. So I brought a mug that has a saying on it, but I
Full
also
of vodka. Just kidding.
No, well,
I'm just kidding.
it's full of water, but I brought what I would normally choose to drink, and it's kind of a ploy because I can only get it if my in-laws bring it, because it's very difficult to find in the United States. So this is my mug.
Bitch, please. I'm from Cleveland. Damn. Period.
This is...
How do you pronounce that?
Okay, so it's called Cacique. It's a Venezuelan rum. It's the best rum on the planet. My husband is from Venezuela. We met in Venezuela. So this is very, like, it's just so smooth, and I can never find it in the United States. And the only time I can get it is if my in-laws bring it, or if by chance a client of my husband's gifts it. So it's a treasured piece in our house. And it's a big deal. So if any of your listeners know, please send me an email of where I could possibly get this in the United States. Can we cheers?
Yes, we will put it in
bottle wine.
We will put it in the. And we'll ask the question to all of our newsletter subscribers too. Maybe they'll respond.
What did you bring, Kim?
I brought. Do you guys have Culture Pop?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's this little slightly sweetened soda pop, which I don't really drink soda. I don't know why I had to say that, but fizzy, zesty, zingy, spicy, gutsy. I love it. It's just my little dopamine hit in the afternoon.
Cool.
What are you bringing?
I just went with a Vita Coco because dehydration.
Got you.
Yeah,
Speaking of dopamine, do you guys know what a dopamine menu is?
No.
Okay. So it's this new thing going around. The kids love it. No, it's called a dopamine menu. I saw it on TikTok. I actually looked it up so that I could read it to everyone. It's a curated list of pleasurable, healthy habits and activities, not so healthy for some of us, that naturally elevate your dopamine levels, boosting happiness, motivation, and focus. So, I'm doing a dopamine menu this week, and this is my dopamine hit. My Culture Pop soda. I think everyone should do a little dopamine menu.
Things that make us happy.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good.
I love it.
Highly called for. All right. Christy, please, let's just start the show off with your voiceover journey.
Yeah.
Could you share with our listeners what your voiceover journey has been like?
Yeah. So I think like many voiceover actors, we're all told we have a wonderful voice, right? And I actually didn't even know what voiceover was. I majored in broadcast communications in college. I wanted to be the next Barbara Walters.
Love her.
And so I majored in broadcasting. I did 4 internships in college, one of which was at MTV. And it was there that
Wait,
I,
where in
uh-huh,
MTV? Where, which office of MTV?
news and specials.
And what city?
I was in downtown. I was in the whole Times Square, whole bit. Yeah,
Okay,
at Viacom.
I did an internship in Times Square at MTV.
Oh, when did you go?
Well, this will be dating myself, but
Oh,
it was
oh.
the early 90s.
Oh, I was the late 90s.
Okay, okay. We missed each
Yeah.
other by a few years. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I was the late
Continue.
90s. Yeah, I was right next to Lauren Lazen's office. Do you know
Okay, so
where
I
that
was
was?
well, I was in the design department, the advertising department.
Okay.
So it was
Different
like
floors.
Nickelodeon was on one side and MTV was on the other.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, look at us.
Look at us.
And it was that my experience there that made me realize I couldn't do broadcasting. It just made me realize, how much you have to sacrifice just to work in a major market on camera. And back then things were different. Like things
Mm-hmm.
were very polished, you had to have a certain look, that whole bit. And
Yep.
so I started working in nonprofit and marketing. I had a lot of traditional 9 to 5 professional jobs, if you will. And it was my first quote professional job after college, and I was in the car. And back then, radio was really the only thing. Streaming didn't exist, and I just would get so angry because I could do it better than what I was hearing on the
Mm.
radio. I was like, "Come on!"
Mm-hmm.
So I made a New
Mm-hmm.
Year's resolution to get an agent, and I did. I got an agent, and I didn't get one audition all year round.
Oh,
No, not one. So then the next year I was like, I'm going to get a different agent. And I did. And I was with that agent for 17 years and did national work. Did a lot of on camera BC before children. And
mm,
uh, then it got to
BC.
the, yeah, that's what I call it. There's so much BC. There is so much.
Right.
I think we all three can agree. Okay.
So many parts of me left in BC.
Mm.
Um, And so then I got laid off and then I got fired. And I think it was the universe's way of saying, Christy, there's this whole other world that you've been doing part time in addition to your full time work, right? You've been doing all this stuff. It's been fun. It's been a nice little fun hobby. But now it's time to ramp it up. So 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I decided to go full time. So I've been doing voiceover for 20 years, but that first 10 was like in addition to a full time job where it's just kind of like fun money and doing fun stuff. And then it was right as I was pregnant with my first child, that we decided to build something in the basement and go full time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cheers to that story.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And now you have this amazing new project in the works, and we
Yeah.
want to talk to you about this because it is, to us, just like on fire. I love
Oh,
it.
wow. Thank you.
We just back you 100%. We are just
Oh,
so
that's
inspired
awesome.
by you. So talk about this amazing new project called Building Doors campaign.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's such kind words. I really appreciate hearing that feedback because, as you know, as a VOpreneur, we kind of just live in this box all day
Mhm.
and work. We're very disconnected from, yeah, exactly, Natasha, what's happening out in the real world. So to hear that feedback is great. Thank you. It started because I've been working really hard towards voicing male dominated sports promo. The first time I did promo was in a workshop for Joe Cipriano, and I loved it. I got hooked. And I just wanted to do it. And it just came so naturally to me. It was fun. I love how there could be 7 words, but each word has a whole story in and of itself.
Wow.
And I love the speed of it because I'm not a marathon runner, my friends. I am not an
Mm.
audiobook person. No, I am a sprinter. So for 3 or 4 years, I invested a lot of my time and money in coaching and practicing and workshops and demos. And I finally had a workshop with a prominent that was led by a prominent LA agent, a woman, and she's the promo agent. And I read for her, and she's like, "Yeah, booked, booked, booked. You're great, Lottie." And I'm like, "But I'm not great because I'm not getting booked, and I don't have the opportunities." And I asked her point blank, "This is what I've been trying to do. I've done out of the box marketing. I've done all the training. I've done this. What am I supposed to do? Like, why can't I get in?" And she was like, "Yeah, you're probably not, because there's not a lot of opportunities for women. There are some, there are some, right? But it's not 50-50." And she goes, "Go make your own noise." And so I found myself the next day angry, frustrated, disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, I'm either going to give it up and just focus on my commercial and e-learning lanes, or I'm going to do what she said and I'm going to make some noise. And really out of the box noise, really like, I don't care anymore noise. And that's when I decided to do Building Doors, which is a social media campaign across 5 platforms that features women voicing ads traditionally done by men in male-centric brands. For example, Caterpillar Construction, Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We focused a lot on sports this year. Each month has been a sports theme. Next month in October is going to be a beer theme. In November, we're going to do a live announce theme, women doing live announce events, because there's not enough of those. So it's been a crazy, crazy ride, because what started out as just me being ticked off and asking some women to join me for Women's History Month in March to do this kind of turned into something else. And it's been interesting.
Dang. Watch out, world, when a woman's angry.
Okay.
Right?
That's
Right?
exactly, don't, excuse my language, don't piss off the wrong woman.
Right?
Like, don't, you don't know what could happen. And I'm not using that as a threat, like with my campaign. I'm just saying that when women make a decision,
Right.
and then when they make that decision together collectively, there's power in that.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there
Okay,
is.
since you got us all fired up, why don't you share right away how people can find and follow the campaign?
We just launched a website, which is a big deal, like to go from just posting on social media to a website. So the website is buildingdoorsvo.com. That's buildingdoorsvo.com. I'm so a voiceover actor.
Yeah. Word.
.com.
Yeah. COM. And also right now, the 5 channels are LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Now, I will say this, there will be changes in that in 2025. I have been kind of doing a lot of soul searching, making a lot of phone calls and discussions, and there are some big decisions that I have to make with the campaign due to how it has grown. And I have done a lot of data analysis, and a lot of the choices that I'm making to change the campaign in 2025 are based on that data. So it's not just how I feel or fielding complaints from people. It's based in what I see in trends from the start of the campaign until today.
Right.
Hard evidence.
So how can people best get behind the campaign and support the movement? Do share the hashtags and the tags, but the is there another way that we can all support this?
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to share that. Like, tag, and share. That's the best way. So
explain further.
Sure. So let's say you were to go to my LinkedIn page right now and you were scrolling through all of my posts, you'd probably see one of the women that we have featured. This month we're doing NFL. So let's say you stumble upon Yinka's post. Yinka is a terribly talented voiceover actress who's lent her voice to the campaign. And she recently did an NFL post. So you would hit the heart button, you would like it, and then you would share it to your network so that all the people in your network can see Yinka, right? Because collectively, if we all do that, if we all share, Yinka will have millions, plural, eyes and
Right.
potential people booking her and
Right.
people understanding what building doors is. And that's key, right? Broadening the
Right.
awareness and
Right.
lifting up our fellow voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you tag the brand. So for example, NFL, it clearly states, we have an end card at the end of every video that says tag the brand. And so you just go to the comments and you put at NFL. You don't have to say anything else. So you like, share, and tag. And so ideally what happens is we have 30, 40, 70 people with nothing but at NFL, at NFL. That then opens the door for me to knock and say via direct message to their social media people, hey, did you see all that attention you're getting on LinkedIn and Instagram? That's the Building Doors campaign. Can we talk about it?
Mm.
And that's exactly how I was able to get a face-to-face meeting with the chief of marketing from Valvoline Instant Oil Change
Mm.
in month 1. And so
Oh my
there's
gosh.
there's so much power when women decide to come together, because this campaign is not about me, it's about we. And I don't mean me, Christy Harst. I mean me, the individual voice actor.
Mhm.
Any door builder, it's not about the me, it's about the we.
Mhm.
So when we collectively decide to share every woman's post, there are currently 34 women in the campaign. By 2025, there'll be 55. Can you imagine if every single woman, every single Wednesday, shared to their network how many eyes would be on your work and on the mission of this campaign?
Amazing.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
I have
powerful.
chills. It is powerful, but it's also an opportunity. Everyone was, how can I make a difference in the world? Lift up another woman. I love that. I love that so much.
And let's be clear, inequality doesn't just happen for females in voiceover. It happens in race, it
Oh,
happens in class, it happens all around the
100%.
world. And so this is something that is easily identifiable. People can relate to it and be empathetic towards it. And to
Mhm.
take literally 5 seconds to like, share, and tag is something so simple to do.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
On
And
that
for
note,
the
let's take a quick
sure.
break, and we're going to come back and talk about the successes that the campaign has seen. Be right back. Okay, just popping in here for a second to do our little speechless promo. We are sharing
Ta-da! For
our
those of you that can't see, it's our Speechless 2025 career planner.
Yes, we have a VO career planner, a hard copy here in my hands. We also have an ebook version. It is a day planner, but it also has tips and resources and all the good juju for a voiceover career planning. So you can get that at speechlessvo.com. Check that out. Kim, why don't you
Definitely.
share who our sponsors are?
Yes, our sponsors are, it sounds like you're losing your voice. Our sponsors are VoiceOver Extra. Just be extra, people. That's VO extra no e.com. Also, thank you so much to the voiceover resource guide. They are all things voiceover related. They're a resource for, gosh, just about every studio in the country. They list, what else do they list in there? I feel like so
Casting
much.
directors, agents.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
everything. So you can get a hard copy, or you can find them also at the Vorg, which they're short for,
Right.
thevorg.net.
Mhm.
And VA for VO. What does VA stand for? Voiceover adjacent, basically assistance, right? For voice talent. They're incredible opportunity there for you to find yourself an assistant. And of course,
Bidalgo are one of our favorite online casting platforms. Again, Speechless VO career planner, speechlessvo.com. Back to the
go
show.
get one.
Okay, we're back, and we want to know what kind of success the campaign has seen. I am aware, and you already mentioned Valvoline. What other successes have you seen, Christy?
The success that I am most proud of is the success of Ashley Tirado. She is a voiceover actor who was featured in our kickoff month, Women's History Month in March. She did a spot for Honda Sport. And uh, I got a call from her, like an email from her, probably 2 months ago. So well after her inaugural post, right? Well after the
Right,
post happened.
right.
And she said, I just want to let you know that someone, and I don't know who, someone saw my reel, forwarded it to an ad agency in Florida. That ad agency reached out to me and hired me for a series of Honda spots. So we were talking before the break about the power of collectively coming together. That's what building doors. Ashley's story is the building doors mission. There's
Yeah.
nothing more that exemplifies that than Ashley's story. And it came at a time for her that she really needed it, like just that encouraging, just getting a job, right? Knowing that
Mm-hmm.
this is worth her time. And there's power in numbers. There's power when women come together. And can you imagine if we can continue this campaign and do that for everyone that is a door builder and even friends of door builders?
Right.
There's so much opportunity to show that there are plenty of women who are not repped by big agencies who have a boatload of talent and just unfortunately don't have access to the opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
Right.
good.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Kim, I
I'm
know
not
you
going to
wanted
ask
to
that.
ask.
No, I'm not going to ask that last question because I don't want to end on her like trying to
Yeah, yeah,
defend
yeah.
it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So let's just thank because we don't need to go on and on. We got to the
No, I mean,
crux
it's
of what
so
we needed to
good.
say. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to address some of the comments that people have shared with me because I have stats to back up to
Okay.
defend, come back and
Okay. So Kim, do you want to ask her a question?
Okay, let's see. Okay. So to those naysayers out there, look at all the positive things that have come out of this. By the way, are there any naysayers? I can't imagine, but
yeah. Sometimes when I'm talking to brands, I have about 3 to 4 Zoom calls a week with brands, agencies, VO adjacent lane people, and um, the most common thing that I hear is this really needed? Is it
mm,
really necessary, Christy? Like I hear women on the radio all the time. And what's interesting is, of course, women in our positions say, of course, yes, it is, because we experience it firsthand, right?
right.
Yeah.
But I base a lot of what I do off of the data that I research. And so I was researching for a long time to try and find information about the accessibility of these opportunities for female voice actors, specifically in male dominated brands like sports. And I couldn't find much. So I just decided to collect it on my own. So I put a survey up across all 5 social media channels and I kept it up for about 2 or 3 weeks. And by in no way was this an exhaustive survey of our voiceover community, right? I just wanted to get a glimpse
Yeah.
of what was happening at the moment. And I had about 200 people participate.
That's a good
And
number.
it's not
Mhm.
bad, right? It's not
Right.
bad. To about 200 people. And it was pretty evenly matched male to female.
Mm.
Okay.
So there was like, I'm sorry, I don't have that number memorized and I should, I apologize, but I think it was like 53 or 56% women and then the rest were men. So it wasn't completely imbalanced is my point.
Right.
And one of the questions on the survey was, um, if you have received auditions in male sports dominated promo, like the NFL, MLB, NHL, those kind of things, how many have you received in the last 12 months? And then I gave multiple choice.
Sure.
The last choice was 5+, meaning I get them all the time. I at least have 5 this year or more. 73% of men said that they do get 5+.
Oh, oh, oh.
I've never
Um,
seen one.
I've never seen one. No, I have, but like maybe 2 years ago.
Right.
One.
So what does that leave for the woman? How much? Well, you can do, you're like, I don't do math, but you know the math. Like that's not a lot of women who are saying in this survey that they get 5+ auditions a year or in the last 12 months for male dominated sport brand and promo. So that to me is inequity. So when somebody pushes back and says to me, is this really needed? That is the stat that I give them
Yeah.
because clearly it is needed because there's not equal opportunity. And I really want to take this time to say that the campaign is not about male bashing. It's not about taking jobs away from men. It's not about brand bashing. It is about awareness of the fact that inequity still exists in this small genre of our industry and that we can do things together to change that. When I spoke with Valvoline Instant Oil Change, they made a commitment and said, from now on, anytime we need voiceover, we are going to ask that our ad agency present an equal amount of male to female options. That doesn't mean that they're automatically going to pick the woman.
Yep.
And I'm not
Right.
suggesting that a woman is always right for every spot.
That's
Right.
right. Yep.
All I'm asking for is the opportunity to be heard.
Yep.
Because you won't know how a woman sounds on that spot until you hear a woman on that spot.
Yep.
That's right.
All I'm asking for is the opportunity.
Yep. Cheers to that. We
Hello.
support you so fully. Thank you so much, everyone.
Amazing.
Buildingdoorsvo.com, correct? Building
Yes,
Doors.
buildingdoorsvo.com. And I also just want to point out real quickly, we are
Yes.
represented by women in 7 different countries around the globe.
Yes.
So this isn't just a U.S. campaign. This is a campaign that is worldwide.
Multicultural. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you for all you're doing.
Oh, thank you for having me on and helping spread the word, because that's what we need.
This episode of Speechless is brought to you by
Bidalgo. What is it? It's one of our favorite online casting platforms.
Why? Because it's easy. Because we can be booked directly and we can set our own rates.
Clients directly negotiate with us, and Bidalgo does not charge commission fees.
Commercials, corporate, podcasts, audiobooks, e-learning, and more.
Professional.
Award-winning casting.
Outstanding results.
We recommend.
Are you a completely overwhelmed VO who needs to get some tasks off your plate?
Need a second job but don't want to leave the industry?
Well, we've got you both covered. Welcome to VA for VO.
Hi, I'm Miranda Ellis.
And I'm Bridget Reel.
And I'm Lynn Norris, and we are VA for VO, the ultimate voiceover outsourcing resource.
We connect voice actors who need to outsource aspects of their VO business
To VO adjacent specialists.
So if you need help or have skills to offer, come talk to us.
We offer education, connection, and community.
We'd love for you to be a part of it.
Visit vaforvo.com to learn more.
Hey, did you know that the very first newsletter in our industry still exists today?
I did. It's called Voiceover Extra.
Mhm. It's got daily announcements, it's got career building advice, it's got products, opportunities.
Tons of articles, tons of
Yes.
webinars to purchase.
Yes, and we're going to be extra, so extra, and tell you to sign up for VoiceOver Extra. Tell them how.
You go to voiceoverextra.com. That's voiceoverextra.com. The Voiceover Resource Guide. What is the Voiceover Resource Guide?
It's an incredible networking tool. Not only that, but it's also the industry's oldest publication since, drumroll please, 1988.
Sounded like a cat. The publication comes out twice a year and now covers LA and New York and Chicago.
And there's also a free online version called thevorg.net.
Right. Here you can find recording studios, casting services, agents, rates, demo production, events, and so much more, and has the most up-to-date map search.
That's pretty cool. You can pick up your very own publication in various locations across the United States, or just go to thevorg.net and get one shipped right to you.
Speechless.